and today we're reading The Adventures of Captain Underpants, the first epic novel by Dave Pilkey. Now if you look to the side, you'll notice that it's a 4.7. That's a little tricky, but that's okay. If you look right here, it'll say The Adventures of Captain Underpants. If you look at the front, you'll see The Adventures of Captain Underpants. And you see Captain Underpants smiling, George and Harold screaming. If you like action, tales, and laughs, you're going to love this book. Flip this book for amazing stories. If you haven't watched the Netflix series, go ahead and watch that, man. Man, why? And if you haven't seen our book lately, we've been reading the full color Captain Underpants and the revisal of the Turbo Toilet 2000. Well, you notice it says full color, and the calendar specifies full color stuff. I mean, if you look on this page, you see that it's all full color. But this one doesn't say it, and that's why it's set. And instead, it's like, you'll notice that it's like not the color. See, tra-la. Yeah, so that's the problem. But let's go ahead and get started. The Adventures of Captain Underpants, the first epic novel by Dave Pilkey. The Adventures of Captain Underpants, tra-la, and the first epic novel by Dave Pilkey. Here's all our chapters with the dolphin. You see right there. Chapter 1, George and Harold. Meets George Beard and Harold Hudson. George is the kid on the left side with the tie and the flat top. George is the one on the right side with the t-shirt and the haircut. Remember that now. George and Harold were best friends. They had a lot in common. They lived next door to each other. They were both in the same 4th grade class at John Wayne Elementary School. George and Harold were responsible kids. Whenever anything bad happened, George and Harold were responsible. Don't get this wrong about it. George and Harold were nice boys, no matter what anybody else. But don't get this all wrong about it. George and Harold were nice boys, no matter what. Everybody else, they weren't good. They were, man. But don't get this wrong about it. These two, George and Harold, were nice boys, no matter what. Everybody else thought they were good, sweet and lovable. Okay, maybe not sweet and lovable, but they were good almost. George and Harold each had, just after that, George and Harold had just like George and Harold, each had Sneaky, a mile-long, usually that's squeaky, had worked to controlling. Sometimes they got him into big trouble. But before we can tell you this story, I have another story to tell. Chapter 2, the Treehouse Comet. After a day of cracking jokes, pulling pranks at school, and crushing at school, George and Harold like to rush to the old treehouse in George's backyard. Inside their house, there were 2 big old fluffy tables. Now Harold loves to draw and George likes to make up stories. And together the two boys spend hours and hours writing and drawing their very own comic books. Over the years, they had made hundreds of their own comic books. First, there was a dozen superheroes of their own superhero. First, there was Dogman. Then came Timmy, the talking toilet. Then came, never forgotten, the amazing cow lady. But that's not all the great superheroes. The great superhero they had made were up there. The amazing Captain Underpants. George came up with an idea. Superheroes look like they can flying around the wire. He said, well, this guy flies in his underwear. The two boys laughed and laughed. Yeah, said Harold. He could fly with his weenie. George and Harold spotted difference afternoon, waiting to draw and after of Captain Underpants of a superhero ever. Luckily for the boys, their century George Animation School was too much busy to keep an eye on copies so much. So everywhere they got a chance, George and Harold would sneak to the office and run off to hack their hacking copies of the Captain Underpants adventure. After school, they do comments on playgrounds, each 50 cents. The really cool adventures of Captain Underpants. Chapter 3, The Adventures of Captain Underpants. Written by George Bean and created by George Harold. The really cool adventures of Captain Underpants. It was a time of darkness and doom for the planet Earth. Bad guys have taken over the streets and all superheroes in the world to take an old fight. Hey, ha, ha, ha. Then someone new appeared. Then came along a new important superhero. Along came a new improved extra stronger superhero. Tra-la! Look up in the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's an egg salad sandwich. No way! I'm Captain Underpants! Captain Underpants is faster than a speeding windman. Zoom! More powerful than a box of shorts. Rip! And leaping tall buildings without getting a lynch. Tra-la! Day and night, Captain Underpants watch over the city, forgot to turn in just all of the night. Meanwhile, at the Neverlandly School, turn the page. It was a sick taco surprise the day at the cafeteria. Yuck. Everybody hated it so much that they all threw it away. Soon the cafeteria food came to life. I'm the Any-Bird hunk. The monster ran around the school and ate everything in sight. Munch, munch, munch. Help! The Emerald just ate up 15 floors of chair and ate up the gym teacher. Oh no! It's flooding chair. This looks like a job for Captain Underpants! Tra-la! Captain Underpants shot a lot of underwear in the monster, but it didn't do any again. Zip! Munch, munch, munch. So Captain Underpants took off running, and the invisible hunk chased him. Grr. Help! I chased him. Finally, the invisible hunk got too tired to chase Captain Underpants. How about a nice drink of water? So the monster took a big long drink from the white wall. Gum, 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 gum. When suddenly, flush! Hooray for Captain Underpants! So the invisible hung guy waved, and he was never heard again. Tra-la, the end. Don't miss our next exciting adventure, Captain Underpants, and a tackle of the talking toilets. Comment soon. Playground you'll never. Treehouse comments. Soon we'll be reading Old Mr. Kump. Well, there's only one thing to say. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more, you guys can subscribe. Thank you for watching. Tra-la. Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye.